Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creatively on Sunday the 15th of October 2023 with FLOSSTUBE number 197. My gosh, I'm getting so close to 200. It's wild. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube channel about counted cross stitch. I don't know, it'll be a terribly long one today. I have a few things to show you that I've stitched. Purchased something new. I'm so busy with work. Like, I'm just so busy with work. And not even getting a break most days. So probably only have a proper lunch break a couple of days a week, and the rest of it I'm just like book solid really. So it's just really intense work. Essentially I've got a couple of projects and I need to be sort of 65% on each, which if you do the math adds up to being about 130% demand for my time, and that's essentially what it works out to be. So it means working just little bits extra here and there, missing breaks and just not getting stuff done. Will that level out? I mean, eventually probably, but we'll see what happens, because we had an election yesterday and we will have a complete change of government, it seems, going from, you know, slightly socialist, slightly progressive left to not so socialist, not so progressive, right? Anyway, not a total surprise. Anyway, whatever it is, what it is. What does it mean for work? Probably heaps. The projects I'm on generally are kind of, a couple of projects that I'm on are sort of compliance / maintenance type projects where we're moving from, say, some core systems that we have to have regardless of what policies we're trying to implement. So like our finance system, moving that from an out of support on-premises version to a cloud version with some complicated integration back to our data warehouse. And the other project is trying to wrangle, update, move us off of some legacy record document management system, intranet and knowledge-based system into make SharePoint E365 work for us. And those are more about the tools, less about what they do. So they won't be directly impacted, but you know, we have a lot of work that's policy driven, and you get a new government and policies change. So we'll see what happens. And I didn't do anything exciting this week other than catch up with a few people on phone calls and read a few books and watch a little bit of YouTube. I started tidying my craft room on Friday lunchtime after I realised it had been 2 years since I did my have a look at my craft room video when I had last properly organised it, and I thought it was a year ago, and I had a look back through. It was September 2021 and it has not looked that clean and tidy. So it hasn't looked completely disastrous, but I'd pulled a whole lot of stuff out of, I swapped out a cabinet earlier this year that I had my old a smaller cabinet that had my TV on, and I just put a bunch of paperwork and magazines and stuff in there. And when I bought a nice new proper TV cabinet for my big ass TV that I bought in March, I pulled a whole lot of stuff out and went, I must go through that. And that was in March, I think the cabinet arrived. So that has been sitting in the floor in piles in my craft room since then. And then because they were away, I couldn't get to my cubes to put things away. So those things got put on the floor until I could get to my cubes. And then I had stuff on my desk and it just was getting kind of crazy. So I got the floor cleared, not cleaned, but cleared on Friday and a bit yesterday. And I've started to clear off the desk now, hung all my silks, cottons back up on the rack. And I'm just going to do take a bit of time this afternoon to go through my fabrics. But quickly, yeah, Dad's okay, pottering around, getting a bit of gardening done. My stepmom is sleeping a lot more since they increased her pain meds. She's still not on IV morphine. She's not on morphine pump yet, just still oral, I guess. But she's sleeping a lot and drinking less. She largely drinks her food. So if she's consuming less calories, probably, you know, it's just ongoing, eventual decline, really. And also caught up with my sister some stage, maybe Friday, maybe, I don't remember when I talked to her. She's doing okay. They're planning, I was thinking about going to Australia for her 50th, but she's taking some time off and is going camping with the hubby, and I think Bree and Belinda are going to go as well. Bree's my niece, Belinda is my niece's fiance, and I'm not at all interested in going camping in the Aussie outback, because I like my air conditioning and in a good bed. Honestly, if I went camping, I think I'd probably end up in a wheelchair. I'm like, oh, my pillow is a bit out. Actually, I need to buy new pillows, I think. I think that's not helping with my, I haven't bought any new pillows for it. It's random. Guaranteed, very little cross-stitching, lots of random, it seems. So yeah, Dad's doing okay, my sister's doing okay. I need to catch up with my best friend. It was her birthday last week, but she's gone to Auckland for the weekend, so I'll catch up with her later. So yeah, stitching. I worked on 3 projects this week. I'll take a cup of tea because I'm thirsty. Okay, picked up Prairie Moon, the red and the black 2 that I am stitching on a 36 count Grandpa sleeve from XJu Designs with SILKS4U and Victorian Motto sampler shop threads. This was one of my hashtag stash sampler starts. This was number 8 that I did. And I mentioned before, I'm wanting to this year make sure I get at least five stitching sessions, 5 days on each one, and this one's had 5 days now. So when I left this last, I had done that bottom row of alphabet and had just started on this frame, and I sort of had done a bit up here and a bit along here, just the black. So I finished that frame, and I have got the red in. It's only got little bits of red in this one. It looks terrible on the screen that I can see, but you probably can see it better than me. There's just little bits of red in each of those sort of blocky bits. I don't know what to call them. But yeah, so that is that frame done. Next time I pick it up, I'll probably tackle the middle bit, but I don't want to pick it up again. There's a few more that I want to get 5 days on, so that is another one with 5 days in the bag, and I'm really happy with that. I feel like this one has more stitching than the other design, the number 1. Then, carrying on the theme of picking up the hashtag stash sampler stitching, Sunrise by Rosewood Manor, which is on all called for. So 32 count Brigid linen from Fabrics by Stephanie, and all the Weeks Dye Works called for. And that's the very blown out booklet from Rosewood Manor. And I've done 5 days on this now, so picked that up, and essentially that next band, the kind of colourful orangey pinky one, this band here started with that solid line there. That was about 3 days worth of stitching as well, so this has had its 5 days worth of stitching. There's quite a lot of stitching in that band actually, and probably 6 or 7 colours, and it was fun, and I got that done. So where are we up to? We've got that bit done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe just over a 1/6 done. This next one's going to be fun. Next time I pick it up, I'll just keep working my way up, because that's how I roll generally. But yeah, this fabric is just wild for me. This set looks like a beautiful bruise. It's a terrible say, but it's the only way I can think. It's beautiful and it looks like a bruise. Bruises aren't beautiful, but when you're a perimenopausal woman, you find that you bruise a lot easier than you ever have. It's all about perimenopause these days, isn't it? And finally, I picked up my Botanical Blackwork sale 2023 from the Steady Thread, which I hadn't stitched. I think I had 11 weeks to catch up, so I'm all caught up to this week, this last week. So this is on 20 count Aida that I dyed myself, and using DMC that were inspired from a stitch palette called Backyard Blossom. This was started on the 20th of January, and it will be finished not long after we get week number 48. It only goes for 48 weeks, and we're at week 30. I can probably count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've only got 7 weeks to go, and that's where we're at. So yeah, got them all up to date. So not that you're gonna care probably, but it was the one under the B, so that one. So 1, 2, oh yeah, so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Now they are a little bit moved around. I switched this week, was meant to be this one I think, but because I had my initials in there, it's much easier to read in person than what it looks like on my screen. So I swapped it for this one that had lots of little rows, because that way you got a couple of actual rows of the little flowers around my initials, as opposed to, you know, trying to work this one and ended up with just 2 half blossoms. So hopefully there'll be another little fiddly one that I can put into the 2020 where 2023 is. And like something like this would work, where you've kind of got the flowers, yeah, something like that. But we'll see what, so I'll probably wait now to get all the rest of them to come out and then fill those last 7 in, because I got the 11, I started on Friday night and then I finished them yesterday morning. Didn't take too long, so yeah, it's so pretty. It's a really pretty design, and I love how mine's come out, and it's fun. It's such a fun little project. We'll see what we'll do next year. I don't know. I keep saying I won't do another black work. I need to do less sales next year. Anyway, I don't know. I've got so many whips that I need to work through. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. That is, yeah, 11 weeks. So I hadn't caught up with that for quite a while. So that is my stitching. I have made some really good progress on a couple of those projects, which is really nice. Don't know what I'm going to do this week. We'll see what happens. I want to keep tidying up my craft room. It's been good to find the floor and now almost find the desk, and I'll be able to finish a couple of little projects that I've got going, sort out my fabric and see what's going on there. I have kind of couldn't get to some stuff because it was buried, so that'll be nice. Thanks for sticking around if you have. Well done, congratulations, you made it. I'll see you all next week, and yeah, I hope you find time this week to do something that brings you joy. Hopefully that's stitching or watching or buying stitching stuff or watching people who do stitching things. Be kind and be safe, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.